这个第二章好像还没结束，第一章2期就能搞完，第二章已经3期了吧？有个解密的过程，解谜题，所以把谜题变长了是吧？然后还有这种没有谜题的剧情，没有谜题的章节。好，来见这个 Yuki 啊 ，You again and you are still looking grumpy. Bad day, something like that. Found out who the criminal is. Good guess. Wasn't hard with your energetic assistant looking so depressed. Energetic assistant. 日文什么 Genki no Joshu 元气的助手 Molly's face was dark, having Tsukiko as a suspect weighed on her. About that problem you had earlier. Who do you think I am? It was touch and go, but I held it down. Although I might have gotten a lot of Amabishi personnel fired. What about Mr. Amabishi? He had nothing to do with what happened here. Still, he's a serious man. He will cut his own salary for 3 months. I see, that's a relief. Okay, let's get back to the conversation. Who's the criminal? Taking everything we know into account, it's likely Tsukiko Nagise. Wow, she sure fooled us. Both you and I have leaked pretty important information in front of her. She's the psychic that uses chronokinesis. It has to be her. I see, then it was somewhat of a fateful encounter. Yes, the person who originally had the ability and the copy made from it. We may have been destined to meet at some point. What should I do about Tsukiko, though? What can I do whilst I still have this arm and eye attached? What will I do? Condemn her for her crimes. Apologize. I don't have an answer yet. Condemn her for her crimes. Should I condemn Tsukiko and make her atone for her crimes? What she did is still murder. She has to know that. But do I really have the right to do that? Doesn't my existence give affirmation to the human testing? I need to think it over, but we don't have time for that right now. For now, I will continue my exploration. I believe that Tsukiko was a test subject with chronokinesis. Isn't there anything in the data on XG boat that mentions Tsukiko? The data we have does not include who the test subjects were. They are just named as subject A or B, etc. I believe it was recorded that way as a precaution for any legal issues. Of course, IXG's intelligence network could find out all the details, but Amabishi has no reason to cooperate with us for that information. In addition, having taken over this research put IXG in a difficult position. We avoided stirring up the remains of the fire, and as a result of that, Tsukiko has been able to move around freely. Hey, old friend, what's the matter? From here on out, I'm treading on thin ice. Treading? If I take one wrong step, I will crash through it and get fired. I may be the president's secretary, but I can't go against head office. I don't mind, I can find another job. Everything comes with a risk. However, Kyosuke, I need you to get through this case without fail. Didn't you hear me earlier? I said I will make it happen. You said you'd make everyone happy without hurting anyone too. It's laughably idealistic, but also extremely enticing and enticing. I've become a realist through and through, so it seems I have to take a chance on you. It's a rather large gamble. You make it sound like a bad decision. Listen up, I know a psychic that can use both teleportation and electrokinesis. Both teleportation and electrokinesis? What did you say? Was it the same psychic that disappeared with Tsukiko from the facility? There's no way she was unrelated to the current case. I mentioned the 3-ability psychic project was frozen, right? It was frozen because the psychic became cooperative with IXG, more precisely with the IXG head office. They didn't want to antagonize her, and the project was doing so. Electrokinesis and teleportation, it was seen as a great threat. She could shoot a missile from any country if she wished to, so they would want her to be on their side, then have her as an enemy. What did he have to gain from IXG? I don't know, some politicians could be involved too. There's a rumor they are trying to create a new country through. A new country? Yes, but that's not important right now. The head office kept me away from this case by sending me abroad. Her existence is top secret. I'm the one in Japan who knows. They probably don't want me thinking that she's connected to this case. If I didn't know anything, there'd be no problems for the time being. I assume they planned to keep me busy whilst they put out a fire. But things didn't work out as planned. This girl and IX3 weren't able to control Tsukiko then. Most likely, their actions tell us that they're definitely connected to the case. I wasn't resolved enough to say this till now, but the victims in this case must be a hindrance to their plans. Plan? That's a hidden link. But I doubt IX3 would be this reckless in getting rid of the problem. That reminds me of something Tsukiko said. Revenge is not my goal. If Tsukiko committed the crimes outside the IX3's orders, then Tsukiko was acting on her own. It was done by her own judgment. She essentially turned her back on them then. She probably has her own reasons. Her actions worked in IX3's favor, since she's killing those they want gone. If she hadn't cut ties, IX3 would have been the main suspect. Why is Tsukiko doing this? What is she trying to achieve? Yukiya, tell me, who is the biggest target in this case? The very top. The CEO of Amabishi International Industries. Afzat Amabishi. Mr. Amabishi. The first thing they are trying to do is break up the organization. Split Zena up, recruit the staff there, and start a new organization. Amabishi is massive. Even if Zena dispersed, it wouldn't affect him. But Mr. Amabishi has a personal investment in Zena. He will do anything to protect Zena as long as his daughter is there. Everything looks so obvious when you put it that way. I think Tsukiko sensed her position was in danger. She fled almost as soon as she saw the SD card my father left me. She doesn't have many chances left. Her next target is Mr. Amabishi. I'm going to chase down Tsukiko. Yukiya, do you mind making arrangements to keep Mr. Amabishi safe? I'm not a fan of meddling, but I will do it for you. Lastly, I need you to tell me something. The girl who destroyed the facility, who's trying to make a country. Who is she? What's her name? Ritsu Kamiji, 这谁啊? Ritsu Kamiji. She's trying to use her power to create a new nation for psychics. She's somewhat of a dreamer, around 20 years old. I've never been good with ladies. 结束了是吧 Dear Detective. 总算结束了。哇靠，这就是第三章了啊。那这一期的标题还是第三章嘛。毕竟第二章呢主要的就是一个解题嘛，密室逃脱，密室把连接解出来了，后面就是剧情了。小段剧情而离次卡密吉，我看一下这个字怎么写。离次应该比较好翻译，就是利，对，就叫利或者叫绿，或者是金啊，还挺多的。卡密吉呢？神识超帅，神识绿，卡密吉离次卡密吉。What kind of person could she be? Are you curious? Yeah, because if your reasoning is correct, Kyo-chan, Tsukiko committed those crimes for Li's sake. I wonder how Tsukiko feels. Did she want to do this herself, or did she have to do it? Because depending on the situation, I would be super seriously mad. Someone who didn't know Mari well may have thought nothing of it, but I understood because in all my life I have never known of anyone as tolerant and kind or as forgiving as Mari. Tolerant. However far I look back, I can't remember her ever being seriously mad. We will achieve nothing staying here. Let's go and find the truth. Yeah, I will do my best. 来啊 talk to Mari. Tsukiko is a criminal. Are you ready? Sure. 按这个剧情发展，很可能这第三章又是全剧情。I can't say it's 100% definite. Then, if there is another chronogenesis user in this world, then Tsukiko coming to Camellia Hills is very bad timing. Let's calculate the chance of having them both here now. If there are if there are 300,000 people in Camellia Hills and 7 billion globally, the probability would be 0.004%. It may just be an estimate, but for now, Tsukiko is our biggest suspect. We've got to do this. Yeah, I get it. It's sad through. I want to go and investigate Zena HQ again. If Tsukiko was able to infiltrate it, she may have some information. If we know Mr. Amabishi's schedule, it will be easier to take precautions. There's also a chance Mr. Amabishi isn't the next target too. I still have the forged ID card, but Yukiya said it's risky to use it again. Maybe he will be able to make it usable again. Gather information. I searched the internet in case anything relating to the case had come up. IXG's earning forecast has been revised downwards. It was nothing to do with the case, but the headline caught my eye. According to the news, new business development costs were the cause. Yukiya had mentioned the artificial limb project cost too much. Maybe there's some sort of connection. The office is neat and tidy as always. 开始扯淡了。Marty seemed eager to find something clean. Do you have a problem with that? No, not really. It's just annoying. Just annoying. She does have a problem with that. Well, at least I can still cook. You don't do much of that, Kyo-chan. Because father liked to do the cooking. He never tied it up through. 所以他俩是反一反是吧？就他爸不打扫，但是喜欢做饭，但是他不做饭，喜欢打扫。そうか。面白いな。没什么地方能看，那先找 XG 吧。地方不多，可以直接去 Prosthetic Research Labor， 进得去的。应该先上大楼吧。Both Amabishi and IXG are trying to make PSI weapons, right? It seems that way. Amabishi know IXG are continuing artificial limb development. I'm sure they are up to something as well. I don't understand. Does making weapons do any good? Or does making weapons do any good? 这句话有问题吗？这还真的是这语法问题啊 ！Does making weapons do any good? 应该对，这对的，语法没问题。Or are they just like doing it for their own peace of mind? Let's believe in Yukiya. As he said himself, he's no god. Yukiya is a genius far beyond my level. He will definitely be leading the world towards a better place, and I will help the people in it be happy. Along with you, Mari, my capable assistant. Kyo-chan. Chin up, let's get a move on. Yeah, I will give it my all. No answer. What's wrong? I just rang Yukiya, but he didn't answer his phone. I don't think he declined on purpose. Maybe he's somewhere out. An enterprise continuing research based off human experiments. Now that I knew, the building looked somewhere sinister. Go to your prosthetic. Back again so soon. Did you forget something? I can't have you touching the machines, but you are free to look around. Well, you should be fine. I will tell the staff to let you through too. Cheers. Do you still have work to do here? Actually, you've come at a good time. I just finished here. Talk to Mari. The research here is still being continued. Yeah, although the triple psychic project has been frozen, they are still developing artificial limbs with PSI abilities. There are gonna be more people with arms like you then, Kyo-chan. If the research goes smoothly, then I'd suppose so. Apparently, I'm their only successful case through. And they are still investigating why that is exactly. As busy as usual. I don't expect my job to be easy, nor do I need it to be. I'm done, but this task pushed me back around 2 minutes. Gotta eat lunch in the car. Only 2 minutes after negotiations about war. He's too much. I need to go back to the office, so meet me there if you want to talk. There were a lot of things to ask, but I should let him head back for now. Sure, we will come over if we need something. I look around but see nothing out of the ordinary. I wonder when exactly Tsukiko used her PSI to lock us up here. We must have stopped her in that time axis, but not caught her. 这就出来了。What's up? You look troubled. I would think of how we could stop the PSI weapon development, but all the situations I run in my head end with us getting shot to death. How disturbed is your mind to end up with those conclusions? Oh yeah, whatever happens, you will protect me, right? I think that's a major overestimation. 好，是不是地方多起来了？也没有多吧。先把能点的箭头点一遍。后面确实是没哦。So we've got a new job to trace Kiko and protect Mr. Mabishi. Yeah, Maria is a good girl. We can't let her die. 没见过他们。But what should we do? Right now, I don't even know where Mr. Mabishi is. If I had an idea of his schedule today, he'd be easier to protect. But that wasn't easy to find out myself. Perhaps Yukiya might know something. 所以还是要先去找 Yukiya。然后呢，把那个卡升级一下，再去找那个，再去 Zena HQ。这里不就是 IXG JP branch 吗？哦，点开还有别的什么？这边应该已经没东西了吧？那要出去了，先出去才能打电话。Front of building， 然后那个 call Yukiya。Perfect timing. Usually unusually low spirits for this to be perfect timing. I feel great. Everything is working against all of my expectations. So, what business do you have for me? Actually, I will come to meet you. Are you sure you seem busy? It's best to speak face to face at times like this. Making business an excuse never works to anyone's favor. If the usual place okay, I will be about 10 minutes. Sorry for the wait. Shall we get started? This is awful. Looks like I will be up all night. That's a first. That's surprising. I figured that would be an everyday occurrence. Einstein was the same. My head gets cloudy without long rests. It's a pretty big deal to compare yourself with a famous physicist. Einstein was known to sleep 10 hours a day. What about Yukiya? 真的假的？ Even Yukiya can't work while he's sleeping. 谁达芬奇睡眠法不是加起来一天才睡4个小时？爱因斯坦要睡10个小时。I should just drop it. Anything I ask will just make him look smarter. You know how you said we couldn't use the forged ID card anymore? Yes, the security over there is pretty solid. It'd be a lot of trouble. I had an impression the employees had a low sense of awareness. We want to investigate Zena HQ. Can you rewrite the card again? Easily done, but alright, give me the card. I handed the card over to Yukiya, who had it back inside with it. Here you go. Yukiya came back outside and threw the ID card over to me. Thanks, I owe you one. Well, just make sure no one finds out. If this gets exposed, it will be a problem for the entire Japanese branch. As a secretary to the company president, Yukiya has a variety of duties. Even if we are called, your name won't come up. Idiot, if that happens, say it. I won't let you take the responsibility. I was grateful for his concern, but well, he's a complicated guy. 確かに。What's happened with Mr. Mabishi? Unfortunately, the negotiations didn't go so well. They weren't eager to believe IXG wanted to protect him. For now, Amabishi have strengthened their guard, but IXG has more enterprise when it comes to defense. We should cooperate. You have an intelligence department after all. They do seem capable. Speaking of that, we received word that AVSA is inspecting Zena today. Oh, then that means... Right, there's a good chance Tsukiko Nagise will target him there. If she's got wind of this information, she won't miss her chance. We are still investigating what time the inspection is due to start. Still, I'm grateful just to know that there's an inspection today. But you know, is this really okay? Is what okay? Amabishi is your rival, and helping them doesn't help them put you in a bad position. No need to worry. The consensus amongst our branches to protect him. consensus. Yes, remember my quote about meat and salad? 不记得了。Yukiya had said something about that in the Zena employee's house. I'm just saying that it's profitable for us too. Don't you worry. Alright, I will deal with Kiko. You deal with Miss Amabishi. 那行きましょうか。Is that all? I'll be off then. Thanks for the help. We will drop by if anything comes up. It would be nice if you were to help me out once in a while. Right, we should be off too. Zena HQ, front of the building. Action, talk to Muddy. Yeah, a person's life is at stake. Can't afford to mope around. Mope around? Also, for Skiko's sake, if she is a criminal, I don't want her to commit another crime. Even now, Muddy was thinking of Skiko. This is definitely one of Muddy's strengths. It was also one of the traits that drew me to her. Oh. Although I'd never tell her that. Interesting. As usual, there was a security guard standing watch. He must have a load of free time, just standing around all day. It must be really tough to stand guard without moving from that spot. Yeah, but what would happen if there's an issue when his guard is down? Wouldn't that just be unlucky? Problems only ever arise at times like that. 确实是这样子的。People will wait for an opportunity before acting. Yeah, if it were me, I'd fall asleep standing before 10 minutes passed. You'd be suited for it though. You always stand still, deep in thought. Well, there's some common ground here with a detective stakeout. Maybe I should become a bodyguard in my time off. The income might help. It might be a good idea to research it more after this is over. 扯淡。Go in, let's try out the card Yukiya gave us and see if it works. It works. I held out the ID card towards the reader and the gate opened. It worked. We are safe, right? Perhaps they let us in, but are secretly planning to surround us. That'd make us look like famous phantom thieves. I've always kinda wanted to be one. No chance. If they'd noticed, they'd have stopped us right there. It would be cool if it happened just once. Imagine. A moonlit night. A spotlight hits us. Stop! We have you surrounded. That's more like something you'd see in an anime. Right, really. In any case, we will raise suspicion if we just stand here. Let's go inside. 这里已经来过一次了。Business floor, research floor. Walk to the building 就其实是出去的意思。它这个 walk to the building 翻译是不准确，应该是 walk out of the building 更好一点。是 walk to the building. To walk to the building. A building this big must have an amazing cafeteria. 自助餐厅 don't you think? According to the guide map, there's a buffet just for the employees here. Buffet, you mean all you can eat? Sounds expensive. Looks like it's free for stuff. They probably use their ID card for it. Freedom. Those are slightly different in meaning. Free, maybe the two of us should go and have lunch there. If you are hungry, you can go by yourself, Mari. Then Kyo-chan, you... Nope, we are in the middle of an investigation. Humph. But if you are hungry, you won't be able to think clearly, right? The reverse is true too. If I eat too much, my brains will slow down. 有道理的，不能吃太多。Well, just don't go back for seconds then. That's not the problem here. We didn't come here to eat. Well, yeah, but you meanie, Kyo-chan. Honestly, we can go after we are done working. Go to a business floor. Back. Wow, they move so fast, like a guy cleaning up before a girl visits. It would be cute if you were like that too, Kyo-chan. Do you really think a disorganized detective could be trusted? 有道理. Well, I do have a key to your house. I guess it doesn't matter for me. I gave that to you for emergencies only. Don't exploit, please. Don't you think it's an emergency when my chest is all aflutter? In your case, that's all the time and not an emergency at all. Wow, what is it? You are unexpectedly full of yourself, don't ya think? I had no words to reply with, but I didn't want to be told that by Muddy. The office was in a frenzy and with good reason to be. The main part of Zena's budget comes from Amabishi. They couldn't afford to have Mr. Amabishi unhappy with his investment. Although from what I've heard, he wasn't one to get easily offended. 这么复杂？又 walk to the beginning. Talk to the staff. Sorry, could I bother you for a minute? Can it wait until later? I have all these files to deal with. So where was I? I can't remember. I will have to recount. Please don't talk to me right now. Sorry. The employee looks busy. Now, it doesn't seem like a good time to talk. Ask the staff. I'm good at remembering people's faces. It comes with the job. I recognized the man we'd spoken to yesterday and went up to him. He probably remembered me too, since my arm was hard to miss. Excuse me, can I bother you for a minute? We spoke yesterday. Oh, it's you. What's the matter? Still investigating? I can't go into confidential details, but yes, that's correct. I was trying to protect their CEO, but still I thought I should hide it. I didn't want Skiko to know what we were on in case information leaked. I heard Mr. Amabishi might be visiting for inspection today. Would you happen to know what time he's leaving? I'm sorry, I can't help with that one. I was never told the details of his visit. Only the people at the top are informed. I understand, thank you very much. I quickly bade farewell, so I wouldn't get in the way of his work. They were right to keep Mr. Amabishi's schedule a secret for his safety, but it made my job that much harder. 確かに。Corridor 就回去了。讲 business floor 这层已经结束了。这些差不多了，下一期继续这个探索。8成这一章就是完全的探索。